Hello everyone. I know that there was no warning tonight. I just went live, so hoping that everybody sees that we are live because we have lots to chat about this evening. Make sure my volume is down. Hello everyone, come on in. I hope everyone is doing great this evening. I'm just pulling up my chat here. Hi Penny, hi Dee, hi Heidi, hi Becky, hi Georgia. Hello everyone. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. Look at all the chat just started going nuts. So, hi everybody. Hello. I'm just pulling up all of my info here so I can see what's happening. All right. So, first and foremost, these little guys are available. So, I want to explain these first before we get into all the other goodies, because I do have the brand new embossing powder of the month here, and you guys are not going to want to miss it. I can promise you're not going to want to miss this one. We have lots to cover this evening. An American Horror Story is on tonight, so I need to be done by 10 o'clock. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and zoom in real quick so I can talk to you guys about these goodies that are on my desk. So I am beginning to create more and more SVGs for you guys. Now I must say that it is, and I think I've said this to you guys before, I don't know though if I've said it to you guys before, it's really time consuming. So I'm kind of breaking off as many as I can every day to get as many completed as I can, because again, it is kind of it's a time consuming process, but I want to get them all done for you. So with that being said, the cut files are all going to be 99 cents. Whether or not it is a large cut file or a small cut file, if it is a coordinating cut file, it will be 99 cents. I did a lot of soul searching over this, which may seem silly, but I didn't want to make any certain cut file more expensive than another cut file. So making them all 99 cents just made a lot of sense to me. So, well, thank you, Dee. So these are the first three that I finished up today. So I want to show you what this means. So basically, this is the stamp set. Now, this is basically how the mock-up of the stamp set looks to me before we send it to production. This is before the final font and everything is put in. But this is what your stamp set will look like. So when you purchase the physical stamp set, and we used this stamp set last night, but if you purchase this physical stamp set, this is what it will look like. So when you cut them out, I have kind of, I would say, stringently worked with them to make sure that all of the cut files have the proper cut, how do I say this? The proper cutouts, and it's basically they're all tested to make sure that they cut okay. So for instance, with the spider, although the spider, as you can see here, has these little openings in his arms, I decided that I was going to remove the openings in his arms so that it would make it easier for you guys to cut it. So that's what makes it time consuming, because I removed these spaces so that it would cut easier for you. The same thing with our little werewolf. So the werewolf normally would have these little openings here, but I removed those so that it would be easier for you to cut that out. So you can see that here. Now, one thing I want you to note is there was one thing that I did not remove because I did and I didn't like the way that it looked. So the Happy Halloween, which you'll see right here, I did not remove those little indentations because it just looked so darn good when it was stamped out that I did not remove that. So when you cut out your Happy Halloween, it's going to have all of those little notches inside of it because it looks so great whenever I stamped it that I said I have to keep those indentations and or those little cutouts in there because it just looks so great. So that's the first one that you guys can get. The second one that I worked on today was the Birds of a Feather stamp set. So this was another one that I had a feeling you guys would really, really want, so you don't have to fussy cut out all of those. Hello, Tamitha. You wouldn't have to fussy cut out all of these feathers. So again, with yours, you will not have the red lines on them. But if you look at brutusrenault.com, where I've linked the information below, these ones are going to not have the red lines. Oh, and Jess, remind me, I'm going to post it in the group earlier, but of course the design team gets these so that you can use them. You get them for nothing. There's no cost to the design team. I just haven't gotten them out to you guys yet. So basically the same thing here. So this little notch here did not make sense. This did not make sense for me to take that out, so I left it there. Also, the Flock Together and the Life is Art, Live Yours in Color. I created SVG files for you for the sentiments as well. Now, with that being said, normally you wouldn't see an SVG file for the sentiments. But again, once I started designing them and I started creating them, they just looked so good. Hello, Linda. That I just had to include them. So these again are a part of your cut file. Hello, Tracy. And when you stamp these out with this cut file, they just look so great. I mean, they really, really do create an awesome kind of, an outline, for lack of a better term, for you to use for your, hello, Angela, for your cards. Now, Birds of a Feather, you'll notice down here is a little bit of a larger cutout. And the reason for that is I wanted you to make sure that your A right here was a part of your sentiment. So if you don't want to use this, you don't have to. Again, it's only 99 cents for the whole set. But if you want to, you can stamp out this entire piece and the A will stay attached. Don't you worry, Dee, because on Friday, I'm releasing a video that will show you exactly how to use these. It's not going to be, the offset is actually it's about 1/8. It's 0.04. This one's larger. This is 0.05, I think. It won't be live because I want to make sure that you guys can watch it over and over and over again, and there's not a lot of my chatter. So there will be a video launching. Check it. Stay tuned on Friday, showing you exactly how to use these. I tell you how to bring them in. I show you literally how to purchase them from Brutus Monroe. So I show you from purchasing at brutusrenault.com to downloading them, to putting them into Design Space, to actually physically cutting them. I'm working on doing the same thing for Silhouette. I do not have a new Silhouette machine. I don't have the new Silhouette software because I did not work for Silhouette, but I will make sure that I have that information rocking and rolling for you guys as well, because I want to make sure that no matter what, anyone that needs this information can get it. And last but certainly not least, the one that I did first this evening, which I should have saved the easiest one for last, because these ones were the tricky ones. I've also done our Stamp Club guy. Now, he looks ginormous here because I wanted him to enlarge him so you guys could see. But for this one, since the font, and I'll show you, let me zoom out just a little bit so you can see here. So he... The font on this one is very, very uppy-whoopy, as you know, my technical professional term, uppy-whoopy. So because it's so kind of in and out and it has great striations in it, this is, I just gave you a simple tab, but I sized it perfectly so that it would fit your sentiment in it. So I thought of you. But this is a perfectly sized tab, so you can put your Bite Me from the stamp set into this tab. So it will work really, 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 really easy for you. Oh, yes, travel safely, Trudy at Mickey D's. So I gave you a tab. And again, you may use it, you might not use it. So these are the 3 that are available now. We will have more that are launching tomorrow as well as Friday. I have so many that I'm working on. Plus, we're going to have independent digital files that you can use as well. All right? So that's everything for that. Now, let's talk about the moment I think that you've all been waiting for. Well, at least the moment that I've been waiting for, because I could not wait to share with you the Embossing Powder of the Month Club, what the color is this month. So, I'm going to emboss it 2 different ways for you. I'm going to emboss it on dark and light, and then we're going to do some watercoloring with it because I'm obsessed with using it for watercoloring. So this month, the color of the month is called Golden Gourd. And you guys, so let me just open it so you can see what it looks like inside of the packaging. So this is what Golden Gourd looks like. But I have to emboss it out for you so you can see exactly it in all of its splendor. Because it is just, again, these embossing powders are getting better and better and better every single month. And it's getting so exciting to me. I mean, it's always exciting to me whenever we do the embossing powders, but this month, when I saw the powder, when it was first heat set, I was like, oh yes, we need it. And we ended up ordering like quadruple what we normally do because of how gorgeous it ended up being. So I'm going to do a little embossing swatch on my Midnight cardstock, and then I'm also going to do it on, some white cardstock. So let me grab, let's see, do I even have any white cardstock over here? It is perfect for fall. So actually, I'm going to emboss it on some sidewalk cardstock because it's not really going to make a huge difference. All right, so we're going to start with the dark cardstock, and I can't wait for you guys to see what this looks like. Oh, wait until you see next month, Megan. And the month after that. Okay, I digress. I digress. So I'm just going to take my embossing pad, and this is how I do a lot of my swatches, and I'm just going to place some of the ink right down there. That's okay. I can tell you that next month's is called Christmas Eve. I can tell you I can tell you the name. It's called Christmas Eve. But that's all I can tell you. Is the name of it. And then the one after that is also I can't tell you anything else. But I can tell you that next month it's called Christmas Eve. We will be doing an update on it. Yep. All right, so now I'm also going to be using, look at this, you guys. I'm moving right on up without even trying. My brand new Wagner heat tool. And you guys it's in the store now, so you can grab it if you want to. If you want to, that's the sound. So I'm going to heat it up, and it's the best. It's so amazing. All right, so let me go ahead, and this is the first time I'm using this gun. And it's actually literally the first time that I've turned it on. Oh my goodness, and it's embossing like a dream. Like an absolute dream. And don't worry, I'll show you the color once it's done embossing. All right, so let's turn that puppy off. And I love this, that it has a stand on it to set it down. And mine is smoking a little bit, but that's just because it's the first time I'm using it. That's apparently normal, so don't worry. It's not going to hurt anything. It will stop doing that. It's just because it needs to run through the motions. Okay, so look at this golden gourd color. It just turns out absolutely beautiful. It's like a wheat. It's almost like a wheat yellow, but it has this beautiful shine to it. It's super, super, super pretty. Okay, so I'm going to then, I know, doesn't it look gorgeous against the Midnight? Imagine the things you can do with this when you do it with the Midnight. Yeah, it's like a metallic apricot. Or a golden gourd. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the sidewalk so you can see what it looks like on a lighter color. Oh, I love this heat gun, you guys. Who would have thought that something so simple like a new heat gun would excite me so. All right, so let's go ahead and add more. Oh, look at that color. I tell you what, guys, this month's the month to join if you haven't joined yet. Oh, Megan, I like your name too. I just was excited about the whole gourd because I love gourds. Because I love Halloween. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to now heat emboss this guy as well. Let me turn on my new heat tool. Oh, and it's absolutely wonderful. Now we're going to heat this one up and you'll see it change. Oh, wow. Ooh-wee. All right. So now let's take a look at it on the lighter. Now you're going to see a lot more of the gold hues since it's lighter. So I'm going to show you here. Hold on one second. My internet's being funky, but look at that. So it's going to look, again, very different on both. I mean, it's not super, super, super different, but so this is super opaque, obviously. And this one is not going to have, I mean, you're going to see a difference in color, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But they're both the same thing, if that makes sense. They're both exactly the same embossing powder. They just have different hues on different, depending on the item you're using it on. Isn't that pretty? And again, I can't see the comments right now, so I apologize. I'm coming back into the room. There we go. Now I can see them again. See, it is like two different powders. Yeah, it reminds me a lot of pumpkin, but like a golden pumpkin, which is a perfect segue for what I'm going to do next. So now I'm going to put these guys to the side, and I'm going to grab myself a piece of aqua pigment paper. Thank you, Aurora. We just got a full stock of the aqua pigment paper in, and the picture, the label's different on it now. It's much more colorful. If you order it, you will see it's much, much more colorful. And also the new water brushes have been added to the website. You now get a 3-pack of them, and I think you guys are really gonna love them. So I'm gonna take my Misty here. Yeah, the are you talking about the aqua pigment paper? And it absorbs so much water, a ton of water. Okay, I'll be here, Renee. I'll be here when you get back. Well, not when you get back, but I'll be pre-recorded when you get back. And now I'm gonna take one of my absolute favorite stamp sets from this release, which actually, where did I just put that stamp set? I just had it in my hands. Oh, there it is. Yes, Megan, I have a bunch of floral that I'm working on they'll be probably coming out in, I'm thinking more like December probably is when the florals will start coming out again. It is called, this paper is called Aqua Pigment Paper. It's our paper that we've created for the aqua pigments. All right, so now I'm gonna take some of our pumpkins from the pumpkin face stamp set, and I'm just gonna take 3 of them because I think 3 across here will look great. So I'm going to take the big one, the little one, and then maybe we'll do a taller one, because of course I want to put the little faces on these guys once I'm all done. Whoopsie daisy. All right, so let me move my stamp set to the side, swing my Oh, hello, Barina. I didn't even see you there yet. Hello, my friend. Grab my embossing buddy, because you know I'm reformed now. And I now use it all the time. Hello, Michael. I'm glad you love the golden gourd. I love the golden gourd too. I try to say golden gourd 3 times fast because me and my staff said it about 43,000 times today. It was interesting, to say the least. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop this down here. And I'm probably going to end up cutting this portion out anyway. And again, we're going to use the golden gourd to emboss this guy. So let me just set that to the side, because the beautiful thing about Brutus Monroe embossing ink is that you don't have to worry about putting the embossing powder on it right away, because it will not dry until you put that embossing powder on it. So that's the beauty of the Brutus Monroe embossing ink, one of my favorite features. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the golden gourd. And I'm going to pop this right on here. Take off some of those areas where fingerprints still happened, even though I used my trusty tool. There we go. Move that to the side. Pop back in, because we want to save every last bit of this. And now let's heat set it. And I mean, really and truly, this would be stunning using this even if you didn't go in and watercolor it. Now, of course, I am going to go in and watercolor it. All right, there we go. All done, heating. And let me show you what it looks like not watercolored. Look at that. Shining, shimmering, splendid. Ah, well, thanks, Dee. I love them too. It was one of my absolute favorite things that we've created, honestly and truly. All right, so now we're going to take some of the aqua pigments, because you know me, I can't use aqua pigments enough. Jess, I say shining, shimmering, splendid all the time. I'm glad you picked up on that, my friend. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take some of the orange. We're going to start there. All right. I'm going to take one of the new water brushes. This is the fine tip, but the great thing about the fine tip is, or about the new water brushes, is you get all three of them, excuse me. You get all three, which I think is pretty spectacular. All right, so now I'm going to go in here and just add some of my color. I'm also going to add a bit of water. The great thing about using the embossing powder, though, is it's very forgiving. And we're going to talk about this in the aqua pigments class, how forgiving it is when you use embossing powder, because it creates like a well. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. And remember, this aqua pigment paper is going to suck up a lot of water, or a lot of pigment. Oh, good, Linda. It's a little late for me to do gourds, but maybe next year, Trudy. There's always next year. Thank you, Barina. And also the great thing about embossing with the aqua pigments is where the color naturally collects is going to create a natural shadow. So we're going to continue that on this one. Okay. And normally with the aqua pigments, and I'll teach you guys this, you will want to go ahead and tape down your piece, but we're just doing quick and easy, so I'm not taping it down, but I will show you what we can do with the other ways of taping it down. All right, so now I'm going to go in and again grab a little bit more of that orange. I love the pigmentation on these. Oh my goodness. That's why they're called aqua pigments, Christopher. You could build a birdhouse. That's a great idea. I know, this stamp set, I've seen, you guys are rocking this stamp set. I'll tell you that much. So now I'm going to grab a little bit of red. The Christmas box comes out in November. I just got the stamp sets, though. Sorry, I don't mean to torture you guys. I just got the stamp sets. And I think you guys are really gonna love the stamp sets. If you contact Heather, though, she can get you the box now. She's actually been taking pre-orders for the boxes. All right, so now I'm just gonna add a little bit of red here on the edge. And again, we're gonna go into much more of this coloring when if anybody's taking the aqua pigment class, which I think there's a couple more spaces available. I'm not sure how many, but I know there's a couple. I think there's more for the aqua pigment than there are for the embossing. But remember, in the embossing class, you do get, I do not have a die for the word blessed, but Heidi Swap has a great one because I have it. She has a really great one. Wait until you see what's in that box. I can't wait for you guys to see. It's loaded. Anytime we do a special, I mean, I think all of our boxes are pretty loaded, but anytime we do a special edition box, they're really loaded. All right. And remember, actually on Monday, I believe, is now when I will be showing you guys what's in the next month's, or this month's inspiration box. And you guys are going to want to grab it, because when you see the dies that you get, Heidi Swap has a great blessed die. It's one of my favorites. I've had it for a really long time, so I don't know if she still has it. All right, so I'm not going to fiddle around any longer because I'm going to teach you a lot more about this in the aqua pigments class. But you can see just from just the coloration that we've done here, how simple and easy it was to get some really, really beautiful color here. Now I'm going to hit it very quick. Oh, you have her embossing gun? Awesome. With just a little bit of heat. And again, this aqua pigment paper, you do pay when you pre-order, yes. I'm going to show you the difference with the aqua pigment paper in a second. Because a lot of you have been asking, you know, what's the difference with the aqua pigment paper? What makes it so great? Oh, I love this heat gun, you guys. I really do. I'm falling more and more in love with it as I'm using it. I didn't think I would be as in love. I mean, there are so many people that have said that this heat tool was incredible. And I mean, I kind of believed them, but now that I'm using it, I mean, it's really, really incredible. And I think that did someone ask about the discount? It is a watercolor paper. It is. The reason that this heat gun is so great, I think, is that it heats up super, super fast, super duper fast. And it's because I like it because of the sturdiness of it. It doesn't feel like it's like a real flimsy thing. I mean, it's very substantial. And it works really, really well. Like, it heats evenly, and it's just amazing. It's awesome. But it does smoke a little bit. And I think that's just because it's getting used to itself. Okay. So, do I run out often of what, Megan? I know, the aqua pigment paper. So look at how the aqua pigment paper reacts with the aqua pigments. They just turn out so, so beautifully. And then look at that embossing powder, how it holds there. Oh my goodness. Just absolutely stunning. So what I would probably do next is I would cut these down. Let me show you here real quick what I would do, if you even care what I would do. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this down. Well, I'm going to make it really easy for you guys too in the class. I'm going to teach you all my tips and tricks in the class. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of the Brutus Monroe. Oh, this hasn't been released yet. Oh my goodness gracious. What am I doing? Is Heather here? I don't think Heather's here. Shh. Is Heather here? Okay. So this is the new Brutus Monroe heat proof, and it's not out yet. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Okay, Heather's not here, so I could talk about it. She said Heather's not here, keep going. This is the new Brutus Monroe heat resistant vellum. So this is something that's coming out at the end of this month. And I'm going to grab for this card some of the brown butter cardstock, because I am just head over heels for the brown butter. If you guys haven't seen brown butter yet, you got to get yourself on board. Had to retract that so I wouldn't get on Heather's bad side. Oh, shoot, you won't. It takes a lot to get on Heather's bad side, believe me. If I'm not on it yet, then... Okay, so we're going to cut this down to 4 1/4. Oh, you just ordered brown butter? I think a lot of you guys just ordered brown butter, because Courtney was running around with tons of brown butter in her, because she has like this cart that goes around, that she goes around with when she's getting stuff from the store. Oh, you guys, I almost forgot to tell you. Well, I did tell you, but I almost forgot to tell you again. So Courtney got engaged, and I know you guys know that. So I've already told you guys that she got engaged, but I want to surprise her. And what would you guys think? Would you guys be able to help me out by sending her an engagement card, like a congratulations card? Because she is just so incredibly wonderful, and she does so many incredible things for us. Would you guys be able to send her a congratulations card? I just think she would just be tickled pink, and she would love getting a congratulations card from you guys, because she loves you guys to pieces. Obviously, you guys don't talk to her very often because she's behind the scenes, but I think she would just absolutely be so excited. She wouldn't tell you that she'd be so excited, but she would be so excited if you guys would send her a congratulations card, because I'm so I'm just so excited for her, and she has, she's just been tickled pink about it. Oh, you told her congrats on the phone. Yes, send them to the store address. Let me give you that address. I'm going to post it here real quick. It's 1000 Green Tree Road. And that's Pittsburgh, PA 15220. There's the address. Oh, I think she would just be so excited. I know she would be. I know she would. All right. So now I'm fixing to grab... All right. So when you guys see what I'm about to do, you're probably going to think I'm nuts, if you don't already. But I have an idea, and I just have to go with it. So I'm going to take the magnet, and I'm going to grab my now heat-resistant vellum, which I'm head over heels for, and I can't wait for you guys to get your hands on it. I would love if you guys would overload her with mail. She would just be so excited. I can tell you right now. Just so incredibly excited. And don't worry, I am going to add some green to the top of here. So I think I'm going to post it in... Well, actually, I can't post it in the Brutus Monroe group because she's an admin in there. So if you have any friends that are card makers, if you could ask them to make one too, I think it would be great. Oh, that's okay, Trudy. Her name is Courtney. And her last name is Schubert. So you could just put Courtney S. Or just put Courtney, because Courtney is the only Courtney that works at the store. Or works for Brutus Monroe, so she'll get it. Oh, good, Megan. Thank you. All right, so the one thing is with the Brutus Monroe vellum is you do want to use your powder tool. Because it's slick. And you don't want to run into any issues. But I am... She doesn't watch my videos, don't worry. Did I tell you guys what she says about my YouTubes? She says she hears me all week. And she doesn't need to watch my videos at night. That's what she said. Just put it to Courtney S. Because now I'm in full pumpkin mode and I can't type it out. So yeah, just put... She says she listens to me enough daily. She really does. That's what she said. Just do Courtney S. No, she won't hear the replay. She doesn't watch my videos. She said she hears me enough all day. Literally, that's the kind of relationship her and I have. She says, I hear him all day. I don't need to watch his videos. She'll tell you in the store. She says, I hear him all day. I don't need to listen to him at night, too. All right. So I'm going to lift this up. Uh-oh. I didn't stick that one down well enough. Hold on. Let's see here. Actually, I think this one was this way. Oh, it's because I had it upside down. Oh, my goodness, you guys. All right, so let me move this over here. There we go. Let me make sure it's all smushed down there. Now let me move this back up here. Use my powder tool again. Awesome. It doesn't matter when you guys send them because she, again... Oh, care of Courtney. Yeah, Brutus Monroe. That's perfect, Heidi. Brutus Monroe, I would do Brutus Monroe, care of Courtney. Yep, that's perfect. That will get right to her. She'll be so excited. All right, so now I'm going to go in and I'm going to use the embossing ink again. And I'm thinking you guys probably already have an idea of what I'm up to. All right, so I'm going to stamp it more than once because when you're using the Misty, why stamp it once? Oh, and I'm so excited. I know, Belinda. It's been doing it to a lot of people. I'm so excited because the VIP guest list, well, all of you guys are VIPs, but I mean the company VIP guest list is growing and growing. So you guys are going to get to meet some people from your favorite companies at our anniversary party as well. So I'm excited. I can't make any announcements about who yet, but I can tell you you're going to be very excited about the folks that are coming to the party. you see who we have lined up. I'm so excited. Yeah, go in and make sure your bell is marked again, because that is what happened to a lot of people. If your bell isn't clicked off again, I just saw the art Sherpa, who is my good friend. Cinnamon, she posted a post because it happened to her too. A lot of people, their bell is getting unchecked. Oh yeah, you could do Courtney, care of Brutus Monroe. That's perfect. Doesn't matter to me. I would love to take the party on the road, Megan. Hello, Amy. Doesn't it look like a pumpkin? That's why I'm calling it. Oh my goodness, I would love if you were there, Dee. I would love if all of you guys were there, really. But it's just tough because I can't get you all there because it's a trip. I know that. So I'm heating up my heat tool again. And I love this vellum because it doesn't, you can heat it and it doesn't get hurt. Or it doesn't warp. I'll tell you what though, you guys. This heat tool gets real hot. So if you're used to a, like a regular, like everyday craft heat tool, you'll have to get used to this one. Because this one gets hot really quick. And it gets really hot. Oh, good. Belinda, you guys have to take selfies with them. I use the... Oh, awesome. Oh, good, Angela. So look at that on that vellum. Tell me that doesn't look like $1 million. Oh, wait, I'm zoomed in. I'm like putting it right up in your face. That is just... Magnifico. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to cut this down to... Let's cut this down to 5.5. Okay, so there's our 5.5, and then it needs to be at 4.25. There we go. All right, so now what I'll do, watch the metal tip on the embossing gun. It can burn very easily. Yes, I have learned to keep it away from everything, and that's why I'm so glad it has the stand. Wait a tick. What size did I cut this to? You know me in measuring. Oh. That's why. I wasn't paying attention and I cut it down to 4. That's all right though. It'll just be a smaller card. Doesn't hurt me one bit. I haven't found that yet, Belinda. I used it for the first time today, so it's been doing pretty well. I mean, we've been using it all day testing out new embossing powders for the upcoming months for the embossing club. We're actually working on next year's embossing powder of the month, because we're all done for this year. Well, we're all done selecting for this year, I should say. And look at how beautiful this embossing powder matches with this paper. Isn't that great? Yeah, don't fall asleep when you're using it. That's a very good point. A very valid point. Is it? I know, Karen. I won't tell any secrets. Got the reservation at the hotel. Rental car reserved. Old friend since high school who is a new crafter. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited, Dee. I'm so excited. All right, so we're going to place that puppy on there and then place this guy right here. Is the fan too strong? Oh no, the fan is perfect. Actually, yes, I'll post the hotel information here. Hold on one second. I believe Heather started sending it out, but it's been kind of crazy getting it out to everyone. So here's the hotel information. Actually, Michael, I got a new tape runner last night and I ran out again. Me puddle on the floor. I did get another tape runner, but I ran out again last night. She's staying at, well, they'll be staying at the, everyone that comes in from out of town will be staying at the, hold on, the Hampton Inn in Bridgeville, because we have a shuttle service for them. So it will actually... Okay. There is, but I'm fairly certain, I want to say that a bunch of them have, oh no, that a bunch of them are gone. I don't know why it went black. Hold on, let's see here. Oh, I did get a phone call, Penny. That's why. Do you use your powder before the next month is released? Do I use it? You guys can still hear me, right? We can still talk. I know, I forgot about airplane mode. Because no one ever calls me at this time of the night. And I think Rob's mom was the one that just called me, and I think she accidentally FaceTimed me. Because she never FaceTimes me, unless she's with my nephew. Then he FaceTimes me. Because he's obsessed with FaceTime. I am early to... Oh, yeah, that is true. Yeah, I guess I could go off and come back on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go off and come back on, okay? I'll be right back.